Hello, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode here as we're in week number 2 here in the coaching carousel of Shelton Sherman. As we're going to be in weeks 2 and 3 in today's episode. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some football as we're taking on Kent State in week number 2. As Kent State, of course, are 0-1 coming in today's game here. And should be a good one as we'll be at home for the second week in a row starting off this season as we're taking on the Golden Flash of Kent State. And of course we have been having the first game was a great one there for us. Now as for Kent State, not so great for them as they had to take on Ohio State in the previous week, and there you see they got blown out pretty good, 34-13. Now they kept up for the most part there. They did their best, but it is Ohio State. So AJ Benko is, of course, their quarterback there, and he was trying to do his best to keep up against that tough defense of Ohio State. But, of course, that's better said than done as they, of course, are going to, try to get things going, this season. And there you see some of their guys there. It was a really rough game for them defensively. Obviously, couldn't really stop the pass or even the run because I think right now Ohio State in this series right now has 2 guys up for the Heisman here in this one. So, yeah, when you have 2 guys that are in the Heisman and they're a top 25 school, you're not gonna be looking too forward there to to the game, especially when they got you down the half. I think there was like 10-21 or something there at the half. But there you see the top 25 there. Hopefully your school made it. My school, of course, Nebraska there did a great job there. They're right now 18th in the nation. But their quarterback for Kent State, as we go back to that, they are, of course, a dual threat, 3-star athlete here from Hawaii. And there you see his attributes there. His accuracy, well, he doesn't have really good defense acts, or at least a deep thrown accuracy. Mid-range and short is pretty decent there. So we'll be looking for that here in today's matchup. Power, he has good power there. Decent IQ, so he at least knows he's on a football field. And of course, there you see his looseness as well as his quickness. And of course, he's a healthy quarterback. Now, of course, he's going to be going up against one of the top, I say, top 25 defenses last season. I may even say maybe even consider a top 25 or top 15 or maybe top 10 defense there last season that we had. And last game we had 10 sacks against, of course, the FCS school. So we'll see how we'll compare here today against their offense there, as our defense has been really electric. Of course, last week we had a great passing and running game as we've been trying out our new offense that we've had this season. So far, week 1, it's looking really good. Won that game, of course, against FCS Northwest 45-7. We'll see Aiden Harris, one of their, I believe he is a halfback here, and you see his numbers there. He is not good at route running at all, so the short route, I don't think you'll be seeing him running the ball whatsoever. He is an east to west playmaker, so he'll definitely be dancing around and try to get himself out of that backfield there. But like I said, he's going to be going against a tough defensive line that loves to eat up and gobble down halfbacks like him in a game. As we'll see, Connor Dugtree, he, of course, is a pure blocker from Tennessee as he comes out of the Arizona pipeline there. 6'3", and, of course, obviously he's got to have the height there for the, grabbing those 50-50 balls and such in a game, as we'll see how well he does. Now, his route running is not the best. He doesn't have great hands either, and, of course, blocking is, it's somewhat passable. There. His IQ is good. Of course, his power that he has, his strength, all that kind of stuff, his toughness, and of course, injury is up there. He's good for that, and of course, his quickness is obviously just your run-of-the-mill type of tight end position there. And of course, we will do our best to make sure we get around him. And of course, obviously with not good hands, he probably will be involved in the passing game at some point here in the game if they need him. But he is a pure blocker, so we'll definitely have to shuck him around and try to see if we can rip through that line there with him, facing him. Wayne Harris is their wide receiver, their top wide receiver. There you see he's got good quickness. His hands are pretty good there. He's pretty much capped right now at 79. His route running, of course, is kind of mediocre. He doesn't have really good deep, but he has a good, pretty much good, a little slightly above average medium passing route running there for him. But there you see his ball carrier vision is high as well. So yeah, he's an elusive route running guy. Like I said, the key routes he'll probably be running is those mid-range routes there. I wouldn't say he'll be running too many deep routes. So that's gonna be good for us, as we kind of a Band-Aid and bubblegum type of defense when it comes to secondary there. It's kind of iffy at times, and I don't know how today's game is going to be. We were good last week. This week, well, it could be a different story. So we'll have to kind of just see how things play out in this one. And of course, later on in this episode, we'll also get into the course classic civil rivalry or Civil War battle between Utah and Utah State in this one. And of course, we would love to get that Beehive Boot, they call it the Beehive Boot game, and we love to have that trophy on our mantle this season. As we take a look at our quarterback here, and there you see his numbers. We'll go back on defense now here. Utah State offense did a great job there to start off. They got a nice touchdown, able to score 7, so that's a good start so far here. I mentioned in the last episode that the way we're going to be playing offense at times is if the offense happens, when I'm simming, happens to not do so well on 2 back-to-back drives, then the next drive will come in and will take over as the offense. But also, too, I will say that that rule can be bent because there's times I would like to see how this offense can play, because especially if I'm going to stay here long-term, I kind of want to figure out, what they can do passing wise with the quarterbacks and offensive line and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of want to see what the offense is like, because I don't really know too much about the offensive players, and I kind of wanted to get to know them. I'm kind of feeling like this is going to be home for a while, trying to build a good defense, and then eventually, if we happen to get a chance to take over as the head coach, or be like right now, we're kind of like a part-time offensive coordinator. Maybe if we decide, I want to take over the offense as well, then we can do that there, and so on and so forth. Or, at some point here, maybe we'll get a job offer. I don't know about, so if we can win, another conference title, then we could probably, if we wanted to, depending on the school. Of course, it would have to be a same level type of school that we're at Prestige. We could leave, but I would really like to actually stay here at Utah State. So it's been kind of fun playing this, and been a little, also challenging to play with a school like this, and that's what basically the series is about. So, but as we get back into the ball game here, 3rd and 8 coming up, as we'll see Bino here throws that one, and the receiver cannot catch it. So nice job there for our defense, as that was a solid hit there and made him drop it. And as you see this one, this kick is up, and the Golden Flash have now gotten a touchdown as they now put 3 up on the board here. So we still lead this one with 5:18 left here in the first quarter. So, Aggie fans, don't get too down there. We'll get back on defense here, as we could not do nothing in that last drive there. So that's 1 drive now. They could not do anything after. We've given up points, and that was a good deep pass that time around, as the man was actually pretty well open there, and that was our fault there, as we just did not nail down that secondary there. And so now we'll see the run here coming out of the backfield. A nice stop, as I believe Stewart got there on that play. It made a nice get to only lineman or the halfback there back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see the quarterback now take off here, and oh, come on, we can't be losing the quarterback like this. As RJ there or I should say AJ there makes a nice scamper for a few yards. As of course go no huddle here, as you see. As we'll see a 3rd and 5 coming up. Drop back here, hit the quarterback there, and the receiver is not going to come down with it. I thought he was going to come down with it. It looked like he came down with it, but it's going to be incomplete. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Very brave of them of doing this in this situation here, as they feel like they got a chance here to try to score on us. And now the quarterback here throws. This one's going to be caught, and that's going to be a 1st down, marking them at our 4-yard line. So not what I was looking for there, as we were trying our best to get to that quarterback. And now the halfback will brush off that lineman and find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Flash. As that was a nice run there from him, as Harris says, I'm going to brush you off there, brah. As he takes one of our linemen. Of course, we don't have really big linebackers there, but that's going to soon change here, hopefully, after this season. As we'll see a pass there up the middle there, and that's going to be quickly dropped as our secondary did a great job there. Nice job there from our safety getting that last-minute hit. Quick pass, that's going to be caught as well as we wrap them up. It'll be a 3rd down coming up here, just under a minute left here in the 1st quarter. As we'll see what we can try to do here. Hopefully be successful and make a quick stop here. As hopefully, nice job as we get the sack there. As one of our edge rusher there gets in there and it makes a nice sack. And that's going to end the drive here now for them, as Bronson O'Ville there, the Will linebacker, comes in and makes a nice sack there. His 1st sack of the day. I believe it's his 1st sack of the season here. As now we get to play offense. So they didn't score on that previous drive. There's 2 drives that they didn't get a score. So now we get a chance to help them out, as we'll be making some play calls here on this particular drive. And of course that'll be it for the 1st quarter, as right now they lead at 10-7 in this one. All right, so 10-7 as we start the 2nd quarter. And of course we are trying to make sure we do right here as we get to a chance to run the ball here with Jackson, as he gets a carry there for really only back to the line of scrimmage there on that play. We'll see what we can do here on this 2nd and 10. Ball's there on 43, on their 43-yard line. Jackson, nice, or just not Jackson, Jameson runs that one there. Kept thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, his name is Jameson, not Jackson. As we'll see now 3rd inches here. Now we try to run over that one, our fullback, but our fullback's told no, denied. So now we decide to call for it. We're going to make a call here for our part here. We're going to run this one, and oh, look at this. Nice run there as we get the 4th down, converting there on the 1st down. A little risky move there, but we went ahead and did it. Could have easily kicked the field goal there, but we were like nope, no. They gave us a bad spot, in my opinion, there, so we're gonna go for it. 2nd and 3 coming up, as we'll see here. Drop back here from Ridge. Ridge will throw this one, and that'll be caught. As that'll be actually no, it's gonna be dropped. Incomplete pass. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. So now 3rd and 3 here. Pass there quickly there. And oh, no. We threw it too soon. And that's going to be an interception for the quarterback here. I believe that's his 1st, and that's on us. As now we give them, at least they're pushed back some now. Now our defense will have to come out here and return the favor here and try to get this ball back for them. As, of course, I'm trying to figure out a way we can penalize ourselves. Maybe I can't, I have to wait till after maybe 3 drives before they can, before I can jump in to play offense. But, why should I penalize myself? It's my series, but, I should be rewarded. But, I don't know. Maybe that's what we'll do. But we see a pass there being thrown, and that's going to be a quick one as they get down the field. No problem on that one. That's going to be a nice 60-yard, or so I would say about 65-yard attempt. Nice 65-yard throw or so there on that one, and that is going to be a touchdown there for Wayne Harris. as he is able to get this one there. Look at the quarterback, he did not do a good job there. He was kind of waffling that one, but hey, it is what it is. And Harris finds a way into the end zone. They get the touchdown, and they have tacked on a little bit more on this lead as they lead this one by 10. So I decided to go ahead and go back on offense here to try to get back and at least try to get us back in. At least get, we're at least be down by, if we get a score here, worst case scenario, we'll be down by 7 if I have to go for a field goal. So we're going to go ahead and try to do what we can here offensively. And now as we're getting calling calls here. And that was, like I said, that was my fault. I threw that ball way too soon on that part there on the offense. As we'll see a pass here being attempted there. Nice catch. As one of our top receiver there makes a nice catch there, getting the first down on that slant pass. Now midfield again, another crazy catch. That time, a quick low catch there that Thompson seemed like he could look like he was the only one that could get to that. That's going to be successful, as we'll see now 2nd and 1. And a carry there by Jamison as he gets there. And he is able to cross over to get to the first down and get the first. Nice run here as we try to plow through here. As we get a gain of 5 on the play. So now we're going back to the run here. And like I said, we're just kind of trying to stick and move here on these Golden Flash. As we again successfully are carrying the ball and get another first down for ourselves. Now 1st and 10 coming up. As we'll see a handoff, and that's going to be another carry. And that's going to get Jamison now down to the 17-yard line of the Golden Flash. So far, this drive has been pretty comfortable, and now we'll see if we can finish it off. As we'll see, Pagan here has it. He's trying to get his way in there, but the tight end just could not stretch out there for that chance to get in the end zone. We'll see the ball on the 2-yard line. We'll try to run this one, but yeah, we're denied and only access there to the line of scrimmage here on that play. Go back to the ground game again, and this time we are not going to be denied access into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah Aggies. Or I should say Utah State Aggies. Nice run there as our halfback now kind of disappeared. Now he's invisible. But nonetheless, that is going to get us a touchdown there. And now that's going to pull us now a little closer here to the Golden Flash as we're down by just 3. So we'll see what happens here on this drive as we'll go now to a 1st and 10. All on their own 21. Handoff up the middle here defensively. Trying to make a solid stop there. And of course the Golden Flash have been very successful with the no huddle here in this game, and why not? They might as just, if it's working for you and in favor of you, you might as just keep going with it. But with that being said, you will be, if you're going to test us that way, well, then you will be getting hurt that way. As we'll see a run here, and it'll get to the halfback. He will get to the first down marker as they mark that. As he really, I think he was short there. I think he was more going horizontal than he was vertical. But so we'll see a pass incomplete as the receiver, the receiver looking like he was indicating there should have been a penalty there, but no such luck. 2nd and 10. Ball being thrown there deep, and that's going to be caught. And oh no, another blunder from our defense as the defense gives up another score. Touchdown, Golden Flash. And now this is starting to become uncomfortable here as we give up another deep pass as Clark will get this one. As he throws this one up there, and our guys right there, like, what happened? Not what you want to see from your defense when you're the offense or defensive coordinator. I'm sure Coach Shelton is just upset. As you'll see here, we're back on offense now, as we'll throw Pagan a nice pass there, so he'll get the catch. That will help move the chains now at their own 38-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Aggies. As we'll see just 2 minutes left here in the half. And here we see another quick pass there thrown, as they'll be successful there for a gain of 7. Ridge here again, drops back here, and he's got to get rid of the football there, but he gets hit hard. That's going to drop us back now to the 34. It's going to be a 3rd and 14. And then, whoa, wow. How in the hell did we get that catch there and that throw, matter of fact? As that's going to be completed, and we got to call a quick timeout. We're down by 10. And we could shrink it down by simply going down by, well, best luck, 3, if not 7. If we can get a field goal here or if we can get a touchdown, it'd be amazing. Oh, Thomas had it right on his fingertips. And he could not bring it in. Under a minute left here. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Ridge here drops back deep in the pocket. Throws this one up there. That's going to be top. Thrown and tipped around. But oh my God. Almost could have easily been intercepted there. Thank goodness that was not the case. It's now 3rd and 10 here. We're looking to try to see again at least in field goal range. As we got to get to close to about the 22-yard line. Pass going to be completed, but it's going to stop us at the 25. And now the question is, do we go for it? Well, obviously, if you see the screen right now, we are going to go for it. As we have burned one of our timeouts. Pass there going to be completed by Thompson. Thompson tries to get himself lined up there for the field goal, just in case, as we trying to stay centered there, but see a quick pass there. That's going to be thrown up there, and Kitchens finds his way into there. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice job there from Utah State Aggies tight end Nate Kitchens. Finds his way into the end zone. Look at this pass right there, right on the money there, right in the stride. And we find ourselves on the board here now. It's now making a very interesting game now, 24-21. 19 seconds left here before we get to the half, and we get another great sack there from the defense. That's what I'm talking about. That is the momentum we need going into halftime here. Crushing their quarterback here, dropping him back in the backfield. There you see Hardman again, as he had a successful first week against FCS Northwest, and now he does it again here against Kent State. As there's just a few seconds left here, we get this tackle. And that's going to be a nice loss there. And that is what we need to do. And hopefully we'll continue doing here as we go into the second half of this one. It is now, right now, 24-21. As we take a look at the stats in the first half here. And right now, Aggies, our play calling has gotten better offensively. Of course, obviously, we're calling most of the plays here. And, of course, that's another thing, too. I'm only using just the 3 plays that we're using. I use the same kind of rule in my traditional franchise, that I just use the 3 plays that are up there that makes sense. The coach, it's basically coaching. What is it called? Coaching suggestions. Of course, they're not always great, but that's why I try to stick to that rule as much as I possibly can. Really, anytime I play this game, is stick to that rule and pick only 3. That are up on the screen there when I'm playing. So we'll see what we can do here on this start of the second half, as we do get the football there on our own 33. But I do, as a head coach, even in my Nebraska series on the main channel, I do try to learn the playbook a little bit more, and then I try to implement some formations that I would like to do, like I'm doing right now in season 2 of that series. But yeah, that's usually my rule. I usually pick whatever the 3 plays are and then go from there. As we go along, especially in the first opening drives of the game, both on offense and defense. So 4th and 1 coming up now here. Ball the 43-yard line here, handoff, and that's a nice run there from Jamison as he just bulldozes his way to that first down marker and gets more on the play. Let's see if we can continue that here, as we'll see the ball at midfield. 1st and 10 here for the Utah State Aggies, as they're down by 3. Quarterback's going to drop back here. Oh, look at this. A great pass there to Thompson Jr., and he's going to find his way into the end zone. Nice play. Touchdown, Utah State. Aggies find the way into the board here, as now they have now taken control of the ball game, and they are now right now up here, going to be up by 4 with this extra point course pending. Now in this situation, if this happens, if we have to actually take the lead, then that's when I back off from the offense and we take more of a defensive approach to it, like we traditionally would, like we did in season 1. So it's 28-24 here. We'll see if we can make a stop here on defense, and Of course, let the offense get back out here and do some work. But as you see here, 2nd and 4 coming up. Of course, this is going to be on the ground. So they're going to use the quarterback here, runs this one. The quarterback, drops the football there. That's a fumble. Nice hit there from the defense as the offense or the defensive did a great job there scrambling on that ball and getting that one there. As now we have possession as the ball's going to come back to us. Now the offense, well, here you go, fellas, as we get the ball back here for you as Mike McLeod helped out on that hit there and got us the ball back. So I went ahead, I'm going to play a couple of these here. Let's see our run here from Jamison. Nice breaking the tackle there as he gets to the 32. And, I feel like, we could at least play one more drive here. I know I said that we're going to lay off, we're going to let the computer do it. But I kind of want to just make sure that we, kind of get maybe a extra possession in, if we can score at least an extra possession scoring-wise here on this drive. So we'll see now. 2nd and 7 coming up. I mean, this playbook is a lot of fun here. I'm really hoping that this will be really. Oh no! There I throw another pick again. Damn. Okay, maybe I should let the computer do it. At least I don't feel as bad throwing picks. I feel like I know I've gotten better, reading the defense when it comes to passing. But of course, this guy doesn't have a really good strong arm, so I shouldn't be throwing deep. But at the same time, there's not this playbook here. I got to kind of go in there and change some things because they got a lot of RPOs there that I just not a big fan of. They just not good. Of course, we don't have really good, because in this case, this was like that RPO right there they just threw. That would have been easily picked off if I was throwing that. So just like when I can't see over there, the camera won't pan over and let me look and see who's over there. Yeah, I don't really like throwing those kind of passes there. As we'll see here, takedown there. Nice job there as we get another sack there. E10 there gets, I think that's how you say his name. I think I said last episode, I think you don't say ETN. It's Etienne. I think that's how you say it. I think that's how you pronounce it. I learned that from another YouTuber that does a lot of football content as well. So it was a pronunciation. I looked it up myself. I'm like, okay, yeah, you don't say it like that. I put it phonetically in there using the translator on Google, and it's like, oh, yeah, you don't say it like that. As we see a nice safety there. Great job there, fellas, as we get 2 points there. And that's another sack there from Eric. So great job as he's able to pull it off and get the safety. So in that case, we get a chance to play offense now. So here we go. 1st and 10 there. Pass there from Pagan, as will Pagan, of course, get the catch. And that'll put him there at the 46-yard line of Kent State. Kent State probably thinking right now, like, oh, man, what is going on with this offense here of theirs? They're really they're doing a good job here moving it. And that's what we're doing right now. Passing-wise here, we're looking pretty good. Of course, we've been throwing, we threw 2 picks. But, like I said, running game, we're, obviously is solid. But I want to get this quarterback. I want to get him out of this funk that he's in right now. Let's see another pass there to Thompson. Thompson gets this one there. Trying to maneuver around that defender, but he's going to get pulled down or shoved down there at the 19-yard line as we're inside the 20. So we're in the red zone. Let's see if we can try to finish this off by getting it into the end zone. 1st and 10. And so we'll see a handoff there to Jamison. Oh, look at this. Jamison can walk right into the end zone. No problem for him. Touchdown, Utah State Aggies. As they get another touchdown there for themselves. As there's 4:29 left here in the 3rd quarter. I love this halfback. This halfback is fun to run with. And I'm hoping that we'll see more of him. As Derek Jamison there. He's got a good stride on him. He's got a good run. I like how he runs, and I'm really impressed. Like I said, we're trying to, I'm trying to find some really good players for both sides of the field here, not just defense, but also offense when we're recruiting. I know a lot of people, when they do a coaching carousel, they only recruit on one side of the ball, or they maybe do like auto recruit. And I was thinking about doing that, but then I was like, no, because it's going to give me all the players I don't need, and that's not the point. I don't need a bunch of punters or kickers and all the other crazy stuff that, you know, because a lot of times the logic in the game is just god awful. But we'll see here a run being made as it's 36-24. And again, Kent State going no huddle here as they feel like that's what they need to do to get back in this ball game, which they've been doing all game long. As we'll see the quarterback now taking off here, and the quarterback's going to get wrapped up as Key, I believe, gets to him, gets the nice tackle there. As now we'll see it now 3rd and 3 coming up. So now 3rd and 3 there on their own 45. We'll see a quick drop back here thrown. That ball's going to get tipped as the receiver gets bumped around, and that'll be it for that particular draw, or that end of the quarter actually. As we'll see them switch up sides here, and now we'll try to wrap them up as we're going the other direction. As you see the quarterback's over 311 yards. He has over 300 yards for the day there with 2 touchdowns. 39-24 as we're back here on defense still. Ball on the 44 here for Kent State. As we'll see here the corner there trying to bring down the receiver there, and I'm surprised that was not called a face mask there, because look, he grabbed his face mask there on that one. As now we'll see a quick dump there. That's going to be dropped and caught there for another first down as they again move the chains here very well. As we just now have, really, they're not letting us get in the right personnel out there, and I see some of the guys are kind of ragged right now, and they just need to get some breather, get some oxygen maybe in those lungs. So we'll see what we can do here now on 2nd and 13 as we're able to change our personnel that time. And we'll see a run here as the quarterback's taking off, and he just doesn't know what to do with himself as he's at the dive as he doesn't get too much positive yardage here. So it's going to be 3rd and 13 coming up for Kent State as they'll move around some guys here and get them in motion. As we'll see a quarterback there. Of course, that's going to be a nice little screen pass, but not enough to get them the first down. But does give them enough there to get a chance for a field goal shot here. As we'll see the field goal kick here. This is about a 52-yarder, and that one is good, but there is a flag on the field. What the hell did we do? And it's going to be roughing the kicker, and that's going to be an automatic first down. Oh, my God. Seriously? So they get a shot here now to get that was basically just a free play for them. As they quickly throw this one there. This receiver almost got away with there, but was grabbed by his foot. Brought down there at the 10-yard line. So now 2nd and 1 coming up here for Kent State. They're looking to try to get back in this one here, on this drive here, as they again carry the ball, but it's going to be short there at the 1-yard line. So all the big boys are on the line here. Of course, they're going no huddle. And of course, they're going to go right up the middle here, and they are going to get that ball as the halfback able to sneak through there quickly. Pass there is going to be completed. It's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. As Dogdry there gets the catch, and he's going to be placed there at the end zone. Connor gets a nice catch there as a tight end. Of course, that's a nice little short yardage play there for him, and he just is able to get that ball and just be wrestled down there and pulled into the end zone there. It's a 8-point game here, as we'll see a handoff here from Jamison. And of course, in games like this, there's another rule that I've said, that if we're down or we're up by a possession, we at least get to play a drive. Of course, anything could happen in this situation here, but of course we're going to be smart here. We're going to run the football as much as we can here with Jamison, and of course try to get this clock to tick down here. So we are going to be trying to chew clock as much as we can. 1st and 10 here. The ball is at the 38-yard line. Hand off, and Jamison is going to run this one, and only about getting a yard on that carry. See what we can try to do now on this 2nd and 9. Ball the 40, as we'll see again. Oh, come on. O-line. Okay, you can't be that bad of letting that guy walk right in there and to take down our halfback, but I guess it is. As we see a pass here, that's going to be complete. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be batted away. So we decided to go for it on 4th 11. Maybe not the best idea, but I do trust our defense because I do run the defense there. So we'll see, as we'll see a pass there going to be not completed on the fingertips of the receiver. Wow. Okay. So here we go. Defense, it's now your turn here as we got to make a stop as their halfback's now running on us. As he's, of course, knows he's got a little short field here that he can work with. But, of course, we need to make a stop. As we'll see a handoff here. Again, they're going to go back to him on the ground. As he's a very quick halfback here. Can really cut different directions on a dime. 4 minutes left here. Ball on our 15-yard line. Handoff to the halfback again. He's going to make a solid carry there as he gets a nice 8-yard gain there on the play. So now with a 2nd and 2 here, you can pretty much call whatever you want. I'm assuming they'll go back to the run here. No, they're going to go for the pass. Pass is going to be completed, and the tight end's going to get in there, no problem. But that's going to make it a problem here now. As now offensively, we have to make a stop here as we're going to possibly see Kent State go for a 2-point conversion here. It's 39-37. So you imagine in this situation, because I know I would, that they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. If they get this one here, we are going to be in trouble. And that means since we didn't do such a good job there on that 4th down, which they did not go for it there. But we're going to go ahead and play on offense here. So we're going to try to keep this game as close as we can as we're going to run the ball here as much as we can with Jamison. Of course, we'll also use our fullback as well to help us out. So about 3 minutes left here as we're trying to whittle away time as much as we possibly can here. We'll see a handoff as that was not a good one as we probably did not get back to the line of scrimmage there on that play. Yeah, loss of 2 on that play. It'll make it a 2nd and 12. As now our quarterback scrambling around here looking for a pass, and he is going to find a man down the middle there. That's going to be a huge play there for the offense as we get all the way down to the 6-yard line of Kent State. We might be actually able to win this game. But there's still a lot of time left on the clock here, about 2:43. So now we got to be smart about this and maybe try to keep the ball on the ground here and try to at least get to the 2-minute warning here as we'll run this one here, and we'll see our halfback will let us in there. I almost feel like they almost let us in there. But halfback's able to enter into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie State. I should say Utah State. As the Aggies there. You look at that. What the hell is that kind of animation there, EA? Guy's just like standing there with his hands out or arms out like, come on, bro, you gonna come at me? Pass there, gonna be complete. Oh, it's gonna be caught, and it's gonna be brought down. That's Connor. Oh, Connor's down there for Kent State. He's grabbing his knee. Hopefully he's okay. But we're able to stop now. They're big tight end here now, so now we should have a better shot here of making some chaos now here. As we see this ball is gonna get tipped away. Nice play there from the defense. 46-37 here. Very high game here. Oh, no! We over pursuit there, and the receiver comes down with it. 2 minutes left here. Pass is going to be completed as the halfback will get the screen, and he'll get that one about to the 23. As, of course, it'll be a nice 3-yard reception. Of course, we're getting down to the final minute, almost near a minute and a half in this game. And yes, nice job there as our defensive line there gets a hold of the quarterback, bringing him down there at the 20-yard line. Or actually, actually the 29-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 14 coming up, as we'll see here. The quarterback gets a hit there off our lineman gets a hit off the quarterback, and that might have been the reason why we got the interception. Because now we got possession here now with a $124. Nice hit there. Nice hitting the quarterback right as he was throwing that ball. And that was going out of his hands. Of course, that changed the trajectory of that pass as E.J. Fisk, the corner, will now go up and take that pass and get a nice touchback there for us as we'll get the ball now our own 20-yard line. We'll jump to now a 3rd and 9 coming up here as we went ahead and simmed a little bit to get to the final moments of this one here. Not much as Kent State can do as they have no timeouts. And pretty much this, now the game is now being controlled by us. And now with the final 10 seconds here, we can now think about celebrating here as we are going to win our 2nd straight game of the season. And we're able to defeat Kent State. Nice job there, fellas. As this was a slugfest here. 46-37 your final score. Jamison had a big day today. 32 carries, over 200 yards, and of course 4 rushing touchdowns. Woo! That was good. That was good indeed there for the offense. But of course defensively, not so great. Defense, we gave up way too much. We blew a lot of passes there that we should have had, and that was just by Coach Sherman standards. That was just god awful. Like, we could did better there. We did a good job there, not letting them score in the 3rd quarter, but the 4th quarter, now that was something. That was just a lot of like I said, blunders, just tomfoolery, as he would say, with the score, with them scoring there. So we win this one 46-37. Hey, it's a win, but defensively here, this was not a good game, and that is that's gonna definitely have to be cleaned up as we get ready for this next matchup we'll get into here in just a bit against Utah, because we cannot be allowing that to happen in the Utah game whatsoever. They will eat us alive. As Ridge, of course, 23 of 34 in the game, 321. Completed 67% of his passes. He has 2 touchdowns and also 2 interceptions, of course, by me. Sorry. Jamison, of course, there had a nice day. 4 touchdowns for 207 yards on 32 carries. So, again, a great day there offensively on the offensive line there. They did a great job there run blocking. Thompson, 6 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. Kitchens, 2 catches for 27 yards and a touchdown there for him in today's game. So a nice performance there from those 2, and hopefully we'll get to see more. But defensively here, you see the numbers there. Modest numbers. Not, we got a lot of good sacks. We got a nice interception. You see a couple of deflections as well. But yeah, they're going to have to go back to practice this week and really figure out what went wrong. They have to go look at film. We got a safety at least. That was nice. That was I wasn't really expecting that in the game. You don't see that too often in football nowadays. But yeah, we're going to have to do a lot of film work next week, and definitely make sure that we do not everyone knows their assignments and sticks with their assignments when it comes to the defensive side of things. Because if we have that happen there against Utah, against the Utah Utes, it's gonna be a long day there and in Salt Lake City, and it's not gonna be too pleasant on the ride back to Logan with Coach Sherman there. He is definitely gonna be raising quite a bit of hell about that. So. But there you see some of the numbers there for the, of course, Kent State guys. They lose again for the 2nd straight week, and of course this was a close one. Better than, obviously you can tell they've been improved. They've improved from compared to their game against Ohio State. But yeah, we were able to get in there and get a win, and did a good job there securing the win there for our offense. And that's pretty much, like I said, it was a dirty win. We went in there. We had to get. Wasn't something that we were looking forward to, but again, a win's a win. If you find a way to get a win, you got to do it. So we take on the Utah Utes next here, as they're currently 1-1 for the season right now. They're 5th in the Big 12 North Division. Yes, we still have divisions here in this one, but I will next season. I decided that we're gonna get away from that. If we're gonna keep everything to realism, to what's going on in the real world right now, we'll definitely get rid of the divisions. The only divisions we'll have is what's in the, I think in the Sun Belt. I think they're only Sun Belt and the American, I think, have divisions, or somebody. I know the Sun Belt does, but there's another one that has divisions. So we'll just leave it as it is. We'll go back to how originally it was in the game here. But we'll see here. They played against Arkansas State, and they lost that one 35-14 there on the road. Of course, they did beat FCS Northwest 44-3 there. And of course, this is for the title that they have between there's 3 schools that run for this particular trophy. It's called the Beehive Boot. If you know anything about it, it's about their state flag is a beehive. There's a lot of lore to it. It also kind of connected to Mormonism. So you guys can look it up and whatnot. It's long story, but anyway, if you know, you know. But it's an annual tradition between the 2 schools they play. Now, last year we did not play against them for whatever reason. But I think Utah and BYU played against each other because now BYU is part of the Big 12, so they played for that title. So this year we get to play for it, and of course we're looking forward to see how we can do against Isaac Wilson and the Utah Utes. There you see the numbers from last week against Arkansas State. Like I said, Arkansas State, a really good, SEC school. They're starting to rebuild back to those days of, in the late 90s, early 2000s when they had some really good, promising players there. And of course, it was a tough game there for them to take, but now they're looking to, of course, bounce back and try to pick up a win here against us. And of course, this rivalry is kind of seen as we're the evil the ugly redheaded stepchild. Sorry, Gingers, I didn't mean to make that analogy, but in a lot of ways that's how it is. With 2 schools, you got a state school, you got the other school, and usually the state school is the one that's the one that not always, with the exception of Ohio State, but usually state school is the one that's seen as the one that's the inferior one. So we are going to try to make sure we're not going to be the inferior one here in today's matchup here. You see Creed Whitemore, their wide receiver, and his numbers as well. He has good quickness as well as great hands. Route running's decent there as well as his looseness. But his power, of course, obviously is not going to be good, and his IQ is up there. And it's like I say always, he knows where he's at on the field, so he knows his abilities, what he can do and cannot do, at least for the most part there. Ball carrying skills, ball carrying vision, I should say, and the awareness are right there where they need to be. So he is a elusive route runner here, so we will definitely be running around defensively, trying to make sure we can make a stop against him. Brandon Hyde Jr. is a 3-star elusive bruiser in the backfield, as he has good speed there, 87 speed there. And of course, there you see his elusiveness numbers as well as his hands. He has good hands there. He has 90 carry, 90 carry. And then of course, there you see his route running. He does not do so well there. So we will definitely be seeing him just stay on the ground. If for the most part there, if need be, he will be definitely probably just running a lot of short routes there for them. There you see his numbers there from he transferred actually from California last season, so this is his first year at Utah. He is from Spring, Texas. And of course, Rayshawn Glover, their wide receiver, he's a 2-star guy. He's an elusive route runner as well, and of course he's a redshirt senior. And of course, he'll be involved in the passing game as well. See, there's quickness, acceleration, and speeds right there at 88. So he's got decent speed there, but he just can't really blow away too many guys there. So I'm hoping that our guys got a little bit better speed than he does, and we can kind of control him where we want him to go to. But there you see the rest of his numbers there, and of course, he is his second year on the. He's been with his team for a while now, but this is really his first year he's playing. He played all 13 games last year, but did not, so you see there, did not make any kind of numbers whatsoever. Those could be glitched, but you never know. And of course, their quarterback is Isaac Wilson, the backfield creator. He is from Draper, Utah, 6 foot, 215 pounds. He's a redshirt sophomore, and we'll see his accuracy here. See, look, he's pretty accurate in the shorts as well as pretty decent in the mid-range, but of course his deep passing skills needed some work there. Power-wise, he's got a good power throw there for him. He's 94. Play action is not the greatest, neither is his carrying, but his awareness is. And of course his elusiveness there, as you see his agility, change of direction, and of course juke skills are pretty decent there for a quarterback, as well as his quickness, and of course his health there is pretty decent as well. So there you see his numbers so far. He is the starter here this season. This will be his first year as he's a red shirt. And so we'll see what Wilson can do. He has 4 touchdowns so far for the season, 5 sacks. There you see his rushing numbers there, 11 carries for -7 yards. So again, he is not, he's not he's got a good running, he's got decent running abilities to get him out of trouble, but he is not going to be flying down the field like Lamar Jackson whatsoever. There you see Stevenson. He's out for a couple weeks there with a partial ACL tear. And of course, there you see Dallas, the defensive tackle. He's out with a foot fracture, and they'll be both out for the next 6 to 8 weeks for the season. So let's head to Salt Lake City and see what we can do here against these Utah Utes. As like I said, this is a very important game for both schools. Like I said, they usually play this annually, but since with the crazy conference realignment, and of course now they're part of the Big 10 or part of the Big 12. Their schedule's been kind of a little whacked, a little insane, and now we're finally get a chance to play against each other here. I can't remember. I should have looked up last time they played against. I can look that up right now as I'm recording this here. I'm right near my computer, so I can look it up. But as we take a look here, there's the numbers right there for the quarterback for them, and we'll see how well we play against them here. As we'll start off on defense, as there'll be a 1st and 10 there for them, as we'll see a quick run, and that's going to be a nice stop there, as they only get a yard on the play. We'll move on now here to a 2nd and 9, and oh, look at this. Great catch there, as they're able to maneuver around their defense. The defense, I don't know what's going on here. I'm not liking the way we're feeling, the tone right now here. We need to be a little more hard hitting, as we got a nice stop there. A loss of 2 on that play makes it now a 2nd and 11. As we'll see a run up the middle here, and they're running strong. It looks like their halfbacks are really confident right now. But we'll see if we can get a stop as that pass. Oh, boy, the receiver's wide open. Thank goodness he dropped it. Yeah, we'll have to see how things play out there. As we'll see, offensive drive here. Now, like I said, in these type of games, we will play if not the whole game, as both on like I normally would. But if we get up to a certain point where we can break away, which this game I don't see us breaking away too much, but if we can at least kind of get in the position of breaking away, then we'll go back to just playing on defense. As you see, Pagan there gets a nice catch there, gets a nice 1st down, gets to their, I guess I should say, gets their own 43-yard line, as we'll make a nice play there. So. Nice job there. Actually, now I'm looking at the numbers here, as you see a run there, but not enough to get the couple yards there on that play. Well, let's see what they can do here on this 3rd down. 3rd and 5 coming up, as the Ridge here throws this one there. And that, oh, wow, how did we get that? That's a nice catch there. I believe that's Thompson Jr. on that catch. Now we'll see a quick pass. This is going to be completed as we're looking to strive and stretch out for that chance to get to that 1st down, but we're going to be stopped at the 37-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 3 coming up. As Ridge will hear Gorse drop back, and that pass is going to be not completed there by Kitchens, as he will come up short. So now 3rd and 3 here. They're going to go for the pass again. Going to get hit as we throw. As I guess we wasn't too confident about running the ball here, but we're confident enough to now go for on 4th down. So we'll see what we can do here. As we'll see a drop back here, looking for a pass there, and a receiver cannot catch it. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. It says the last time Utah State played Utah in a football game is we got a nice interception. I cut myself off there. That's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State. That's humble as he gets into the end zone. Nice job as he takes one back for a pick six. That's a 41-yard pick six going the other direction. And that's what I want to see from our defense here, as that was a nice play. But I was reading this here, and this can't be true. It says the last time they played against each other was back in 2013. And, of course, I think that score is – well, yeah, it must be correct because that's what the score said when we showed that. Aggies won that, or I should say the Utes won that one 38-21. So it's been, wow, over 10 years since they've Yeah, it's been over 10 years since they've played against each other in this this matchup here. So wow, that's crazy. Last time they played basketball against each other was 2017, where Utah won 77-67. So it looks like they're scheduled to resume their football series games in 20. Oh, okay, so they're going to be playing in 2031, 2032, and 2033. So they're going to try to make it an annual thing again, which that's that's one thing about college football. Oh, get a nice interception. That's going to be McLeod. Yes, he's trying to go for a pick six as well. Nice play there. As that was a great look there for him, as there you see him celebrating, and a nice job there from the defense for Utah State, as the Aggies, big dub here, as they like to call themselves, get a nice interception. Now gives field position now here back to the offense. As well, he read that one very well there. Nice job. 3:14 left here in the first quarter as we see the receiver getting shoved down there. Nice catch there. As Shelton there, he gets the catch. We'll see now second and four coming up, and that's going to be completed well from him as he is able to clear that one there for another first down. But that's one thing I miss about college football, especially watching the games, especially when I was in college, like watching the rivalries, the historical rivalries between schools, especially for me around here, K-State, KU, basketball, which is still, here. But other than that, like for me as a KU fan, KU, Missouri for basketball, KU, Nebraska, especially right now, Nebraska's got a killer basketball team right now. They're killing it up there. I just wish our football team would get turned around. But anyway, yeah, it's been, that's one thing I just missed, like the rivalry, like the regional rivalries, and that is something that I guess these corporate guys now that are taking over, college football here, which that's a whole nother video right there. There's enough videos out there on YouTube about that right now, more than I care to hear about. But that's just something I wish we could just, do a better job of us. Now we're back on defense here, as we were not too successful there on offense to get a score. As we'll see the Utes here now have the football here. They're trying to get out of the shadow of their own goalpost here as they're on their 11-yard line. That'll be it for the first quarter. As the first quarter, pretty good so far here for us. It's a tight ball game, and it's probably going to be that way for the rest of the time here. As now we'll get to this 3rd and 5. Ball the 11-yard line here. Run this one out of the backfield as we get a nice stop there from the defense. As now we'll see here after the punt, we get a nice position here at their 36-yard. No, excuse me, at their 40. Their 36-yard line. So we got a decent punt. As now we'll see if Ridge here throws this one. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be inside the 30 actually. As that's going to be a successful catch and nice first down. As we'll run this one there as Jamison gets a great block, breaks off the tackle, or spins off of it. And gets himself now at the 3-yard line after finally being brought down. Nice hustle there from Jamison, as he knows how important this game is here for our school here, especially this early in the season. And now we'll hand off here. Jamison runs this one, and that is going to be a nice touchdown as we get a touchdown on the board on through the ground. First offensive touchdown of the game for Utah State. They lead it now here soon. Be 14-0 here in the early here in the second quarter. Yes, Derek Jamison, nice touchdown run here for him. Like I said, he is like running with him is smooth. Like he does a good job there, just the burst of speed, and he's quick and he's ready to go, and he does an excellent job of doing so here. As now we'll see the defense here now struggling with this halfback of Utah. As he does not want to go down there, but he is finally going to get wrapped up. Loss of 4 on the play. We'll see what they can do here on this 2nd and 14. Pass going to be completed as the receiver is going to get wrapped up there at the 32. 3rd and 3 coming up here, and we'll find there. You see who he has to. Hardman had to bring down. He had to take 2 guys with him just to bring down the quarterback there on that play. Oh my goodness! Nice job there as we're forcing the punt. We'll see now. We got the ball at their own 43. We'll run this one again. Go back on the ground game. We'll kind of stick with this for the time being, as it's been pretty successful here for us. We'll see this one. Actually, now we're going to go on the outside run, and we get caught there a little bit. So now the bell tolls here on 3rd down. 3rd and 9 coming up. Let's see what we'll do here. They're going to go for the pass. As they'll scramble around to the right-hand side, and Pagan cannot hold on to it as he will drop it, and that'll be a force us to punt. It's 14-0 with 6 minutes left here in the first half. As the Utes now here have the receiver, and he will get the catch as he'll cross there and get the first down at 37. It's going to be a 1st and 10 with 5:30 left. Hand off to the outside there. Nice run here as the halfback there scrambles and gets a nice run there. As he had excellent blocking there. Surprised he didn't take it all the way. So now he goes on there, and now you see there their halfback here having a little tough time now as he's getting wrestled. He's getting wrestled pretty hard there on these tackles here. We're just putting giving a little bit of a statement here, letting them know like, hey, you ain't gonna be running on this all day here today. As we'll see a quick pass there. That ball's gonna be completed for the first down, as Utah again helps themselves move the chains. 3:30 left. As we'll see a handoff, and we'll quickly drop down the halfback there in the backfield. We'll see now 2nd and 9 coming up here. It'll be an open backfield here. As now we'll see a quick pass there being thrown. Oh, look at that the tight end here gets this catch and does a great job there. Basically just stepping over our guy there to get the first. 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. As we bring down the quarterback, and that ball is going to be thrown and just barely gets that one off. As now we get to the 2-minute warning here in this rivalry game between Utah State and Utah. 2 minutes left here. Utah trying to get on the board here before the half. As they'll see the quarterback being chased down, and a nice stop there from Grant as he makes a nice sack there. 3-yard loss as Wilson thinking to himself here, okay, guys, we got to figure out something here. As he gets hurried there on that pass there. That pass is going to be completed. There is a flag in the backfield here, and oh my God, I'm almost thinking they're going to call. Yeah, roughing the passer on us. That is not. I don't see how we did that. I looked at the replay there. That was not called for there. That was. I don't know. Do I question? I mean, I question it. Is it a Utah? Is that guy, that referee, a Utah State, Utah Ute guy? I don't know. Check, we have to check and see. But touchdown for Utah Utes. I question that call there because that was a little ticky. That was a little too ticky-tack for my favor. But Brandon High is in the end zone as he gets a touchdown there for the Utes. It's 14-7. They make an entry again now. As we'll see a $1:22 left, and a pass there going to be complete and tipped away. As we cannot get our hands on that play. It's now 2nd and 10 coming up. Ridge here throws this one there to Pagan. Pagan has it, and he's just going to be a yard short of getting the first down. Under a minute left here. We'll see a nice scramble there as we see a timeout being called by the Utes as they burn a timeout. But we're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and inches coming up here. We're going to use the halfback this time. Run this one up the middle there. Nice job as we're trying to keep this ball in possession of our hands and not let the Utah Utes do anything with it here before the half. And we'll see a 1st and 10, ball to 35. Ridge there gets the pass there to Kitchens, and Kitchens gets it to the 41 as we call a timeout now. Aggies now have 2 timeouts remaining. 36 seconds left here. We got to at least get to the 30-yard line of the Utes. As we see a pass there being completed by Kitchens. He gets the catch. And again, we're still in bounds here, so as we have to call another timeout. We have 1 timeout remaining. Last chance now here. I think we'll try to go for some kind of deep pass of some sort here to get us at least somewhere down near the their 30-yard line. 31 seconds left here. Drop back here for Ridge. As he looks back here, he's looking back deep, and now he's going to get hit as he throws. As that's going to be an incomplete pass, and now we'll see a 2nd and 10 coming up. No timeout, of course, wasn't burnt there, as it was an incomplete pass. Ridge now here runs this one here. He's going to go out of bounds, and he's going to get to the 1st down marker. He's going to get out of bounds there as the clock will stop at 18 seconds. Ball in the 41. Again, dropping back here deep, looking for a deep pass here, and he gets hit as he throws. Incomplete pass, and that is going to force us now on 2nd and 10 to, again, go for it here. 2nd and 10. Dropping back here once again, looking back for a deep pass. That ball is going to go up. It's going to be tipped off the hands of number 36 there for Utes. Makes it now 3rd and 10. Again, trying to get to the 30-yard line there. Try to get at least close to the 30-line yard, preferably in the middle. And we can have a chance to get a field goal here. Nice catch there. Kitchens gets there, gets in possession of the ball, and he's going to get right there where we need him. As they're going to make a field goal attempt here. It's going to be a 45-yard field goal attempt here. Can we get this field goal in there? We'll see. As the, of course, kicker trying to line this up. As Utah, of course, have 2 timeouts remaining here. Which, of course, we're just trying to make sure this meter doesn't go haywire on us. And, we go too far to the left there. As it just shaves the bar, and that is going to be it for the half. As we are going to go into halftime with a 1-possession lead here in this one. This hurts. This hurts so bad. Like, why? But like I said, this is, your game that you have to deal with here when stuff like this happens. And, of course, you see their halfback at the touchdown there towards the latter part of the first half there. So you'll see another run here, nice open run as we go up the middle there with Jamison. Crowd's really staying in this one here. The pulse meter's still going up here as they're still down by 7, but they're making this like this is a 14-14 ball game right now. There's 10 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Pass there, going to be thrown there. Pagan's going to get the catch, and he's going to take this one all the way down to the 45-yard line. Nice catch and run from him. As now we got a new set of downs here. Now we've crossed the 50 here. So last time we crossed the 50, we tried to get field goal range. Couldn't get it. But this time we're going to get a little closer here now as we got a nice carry there from Jamison as he gets us down to the 35-yard line of the Utes. Of course, we're trying to get, obviously want to get in the end zone here, but, field goal, that'll be even better. As we see a pass there caught by Pagan, and Pagan's going to get this one as he's going to get inside the 20. He's going to mark him around the 16, 17-yard line for the first down. As now we'll see the ball going back on the ground again, and there you see Jamison maybe possibly getting this back to the center here. As if worst case scenario, we have to kick a field goal. Will be there, but that pass is going to be completed there by Pagan. Pagan's going to have it, and Pagan's going to roll up and be brought down inside the 10 as he's going to be marked somewhere around the 8-yard line. See a third and 1 coming up here, and Jamison scoots around and gets himself a first down, moving the chains now to the 4-yard line. We'll see you here on first and goal. And it's right there. Of course, we're just 4 yards away from getting the touchdown here, and nice run up the middle as our backup halfback comes in to get this. And there you see doing the Heisman pose there is Dylan Grant, confident there. Running that one right up the gut and gets a nice rushing touchdown there. As we're on the board here now by 2 possessions here. Now, one would say, you ought to just let the offense, take care of it and you just worry about the defense. But the way we've been playing defense here today, I'm not too sure about that. So, like I said, these games like this, these rivalry games that we'll be involved in, and this will be something that we'll do throughout the future of the series here. We'll try to play the full game. Now, if it does get crazy, and we do start scoring like crazy on offense, then I will definitely pull back and definitely just worry about the defensive side of things. But right now, it's just still too close. So here we go now, 1st and 10, as it's still a really close ball game, and we'll just play until at least we get another possession here. If we can get another solid possession, then I will definitely call off the dogs and just worry about the play of the defensive side of things. But so far, we're being successful right now with the run here. It's really working for us here. Let's try to see if we can keep it up. 3rd and 2 coming up next. As we'll see Jamison, of course, he'll get fed the ball again here as he had another great run there. As Kerry Hudson now is going to come off the field there for us. Hopefully he's all right. He's one of our linemen there. We'll see now 1st and 10 coming up. And of course, it'll be the next man up. We should have stayed inside there on that run, as there was a nice little gap through there. As Hudson will now be sitting out for a couple of plays here. 2nd and 11 coming up. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Utes. And that'll be another successful catch there. As now we'll see ourselves now at 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 here. So now 3 minutes left here as we're, of course, barreling down here and try to see if we can get this one in there. But no, they're going to stop us short there, of course, as we try to run a quarterback sneak. As we'll see a 4th and inches coming up here. We'll go back to the ground game again here with Jamison, and Jamison does the job as he's able to convert there on the 4th down. So far, converting on 4th downs has been pretty nice for us here today. Let's keep it up. If we have to get in that situation here, there's a play action throw, and that's going to be dropped by Kitchens. As now Hudson, now he's back out here again. Now he's got to leave the field again. Okay, bro, if you're hurt, you're hurt. Just stay out the field here. 2nd and 10 coming up. Play clock running down to 3. Pass there, going to be completed. It's going to be caught. There was a really small window for that receiver to get that ball, but he's able to hold on to it. So now another 3rd down coming up here. We're just in field goal range as the quarterback there calls his number instead and gets the 1st down. Nice hustle that time as they did not get that stop. You see they're playing that 46 defense right now, looking for that A gap or that B gap for us to run through. Let's see what we're going to do here is we'll run this off to the left-hand side, and yeah, that was not good at all. As there was just a giant wall up on that left-hand side here. Let's see what we can do here on 2nd and goal. Just a few ticks left here in the 3rd quarter, and that is not going to be successful either, as that will end the quarter. As we have a 2-possession lead here. There you see the targets for the QB here today. And, of course, Pagan has been doing a great job there for us with those tough catches here. We'll see a 3rd down coming up, as there'll be a 3rd and goal coming up. They're going to go for the passing here. And, look at this. Jamison wide open as he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State Aggies. Aggies get the win. Getting ahead of myself there, bro. They get the lead, and they extend it now to 21. As it's going to be, of course, extra point pending. It's Jamison again, this time through the air game here. Nice little pass here. Usually when I run this play, they're usually right on top of that. That's usually, for whatever reason, they look at the halfback as that quick release pass there that we could throw to. But that time they didn't, so I'm really surprised about that. As we'll see, a pass going to be caught there as the defense gets almost their door blown off. We'll see what they can do here on the ball. The 45-yard line here for the Utes. Pass there going to be completed there to the right-hand side. Caught. And that's going to be a nice gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. As the little back. No, they're going to go to RPO there. They're going to quickly throw this one as the receiver will get it and get just a yard short of the first down. As we'll see, 3rd and 1 coming up here. They're going to go right up the gut here. Nice blocking. And we're finally getting the halfback there that time as he's successful in that play. He had a good block there. I can't get mad about that whatsoever. Now the pass coming back here for the Utes as now the number 10 there gets another great catch, helping them move the chains here. But on the 24-yard line, so far the Utes have been pretty much controlling this defense, pretty much, on this drive and throughout a couple other drives as well. But for the most part here, the defense is solid. They're playing a lot more better than they did in the previous game we've seen here in today's episode. I will say that it's definitely stepped up. As we'll see a pass there going to be completed as the receiver is going to find this one here. We try to dive for him, but he's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes, as Carvalho there will get this one. And he will find his way into the end zone for a Utes touchdown. It's a late touchdown here in the ball game here, but that could be something, there's still time on the clock here. That could be something definitely could start a rally for them, and we got to be aware of that here as they're down by 2 scores. 28-14 here with 7:30 left as we're going to go ahead and go back on offense here now, try to see if we can try to seal the deal here on this game. As we'll see a handoff, and nice run there. As he's going to run that one out to the left-hand side. He actually could have ran that one up the middle there, but I wasn't too sure about that. So that's why we went to the left-hand side. But we'll run up the middle here this time as we go to the A-gap. And that's going to be a nice run there. As now 4th down coming up here. Of course, we're going to go for it here. We got to. As we're trying to melt as much of this game clock as we can here against the Utes, because like I said, there's a 2-possession lead here we have. We want to kind of stick with that here and not really, honestly, in Coach Sherman's mind, do not give up the football whatsoever. And that's what we're trying to do here as we roll. Nice run here. Good block in there. Nice block there from 63 going up the field. That's the type of blocking I want to see there from our offense. As we'll see another handoff here, another good block as he'll get down to the 37-ish line. Or no, 38-yard line. 38. As we'll see another run here, another big gap there for us to run through. As we're getting started being very successful with these runs here now. Of course, we're trying to, obviously trying to melt this clock and try to, move the chains as well. But, we got to be patient here. So we'll see a handoff here. Play clock just has 1 second left. And we'll run this one there as a timeout being called here now by the Utes. So now the Utes are starting to get a little nervous now here as we're being very, aggressive with the play call here with the run. And we are there that time around as the Utes again call another timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. As you see, the crowd's trying to really get behind the defense here on this 3rd down. And of course, we have ourselves set up nicely for a field goal kick if we need to. Run up the middle here. Try to run that one, but cannot bust through. Now, you would say, hey, stop it. You can run kick the football right here. Take some time off, but we want that 2-minute warning, which we could get it with the kick. But, again, this is Coach Sherman. He's all about, trying to, execute here and hit him hard. And we do so there on that run as we do get the 1st down there, converting another 4th down. So now the 2-minute warning came and went. As we'll run this one again here, and we'll see another carry here from Kine. As he'll run this one, and that'll be the Utes' last timeout now in this game. As now we can now have full control of the game clock here We don't necessarily have to score, but we do need to move the football some. And of course, we can hold them here on the line as much as we want here. It's because the next minute and change here is going to be pretty much us in sweet bliss here, as we are going to see a 2nd and goal coming up, a run up the middle. Can we get there? No, they're going to stop us. But again, they can't stop the clock. They have no way of doing so here, as we'll see now. 30 seconds left here, 3rd and goal. Try to run this one up the gut here again, and they're going to smother us. And a timeout being called here by us, as we call a timeout with 2 seconds left. And now with a 22-yard field goal attempt, we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can kick this one here for 3 points. And, oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. We hit off the goalpost, but hey, a win is a win. We win this one. Final score as we win the Battle of the Brothers trophy, or better known as the Beehive Boot game. Final score 28-14 in this one, as we are able to successfully beat our in-state rival. So we'll see them in a couple of years. I don't know if we'll still be here, at least in this series, to play them again. But if we can get them scheduled again next season, that'll be even great. But of course, hopefully that would be at home, because I would definitely make sure that's scheduled at home. Should be. But yeah, this is a good win, and I think this is a good confidence builder going into the next game here now, as we get ready for Kansas at home in week number 4. But final score of 28-14. You see there's 7s across the board there for us. Like I said, it was a tough battle trying to, because I mean, with this Utah State, this is a tough team that run the ball is no problem, but oh my God, the pass protection needs help, and I'm trying my best to bring in some recruits for next season when it comes to the offensive side of things. I mean, defensively, obviously, I'm going to, really trying to bring in some guys, but man, we really need offensive help bad here. This was a very sweaty game that I had to play, and but it was also fun at the same time. So I'm glad that we were, I kind of figured after a while, got in the seventh quarter, when we got into the 3rd quarter here, I'm like, yeah, we won't be hitching that wagon whatsoever. So, fellas, offense, let's not give the ball up. Like, let's just hold on to it as long as we possibly can. And in defense, hey, you guys over there, yeah, can you really stop these guys from scoring? Not let that happen. And they did a good job there. Of course, we did give up a touchdown there towards the end, but nonetheless, that was few and far between in the game, and between the 2 scores they got, and we were successful. So the defense, obviously, Coach Sherman must have really gotten into their ass about what happened last week, or the previous week there against shit, now I can't even think of the damn. My memory is horrible. Kent State really got into their behinds about that Kent State game, and let them know, hey, we are not letting that happen again here against our in-state rival. This is an important game for us. Got to put some butts in seats. We got to get some wins, and of course, not to mention, hey, we got to get that damn trophy. We haven't had it for quite some time now, so they are successful in this matchup here today, and it was a good video here, as we got a nice win there. So very happy with our guys there, especially obviously the defensive side there we're really happy with, as we only gave up 14 here at least today in that one. But work still needs to be still plenty of work to get these guys improved even more. Always room for improvement, and we're going to continue doing so there. Jameson, of course, had a great day there. 30 carries, 133 yards, and a rushing touchdown, as well as a receiving touchdown. We'll see those numbers here in just a bit. Dylan Grant also had a rushing touchdown as well. He had 2 carries for 3 yards. So, yeah, really a good day there for Jameson, as he was helpful as well in the in the game, both by the air and the ground. There you see just one catch for 10 yards and that touchdown there. So that was really good there. He was pretty much the guy in this game today. Is really all the touchdowns really came from, well, we had one defensive touchdown score. We took that pick six there, 41 yards there for McLeod. But pretty much this is all a Derek Jameson show. He did a great job there. And I'm really impressed for what he was able to do in today's game there. So congrats there to our guys there. See the rest of the final numbers there of the game. But yeah, by far this was, the Utah game, like I said, it was a sweaty game, but it was also one of those fun games. It was a sweaty, fun game to play. And now we have to get ready for Kansas. And of course, this is not that Kansas team that we back in the day. You just think, oh, okay, we go to Lawrence and we beat them. Of course, in this game they're going to be coming to us. But we have to make sure that we play a solid matchup here against these guys, because they do have still some of those they got some good recruits here the last couple of seasons, and they know what they're doing here. And right now they are 3-0, just like we are there. So they have not played a conference game yet. Neither have we. And of course, this will be one of two last games we have for this one. Next episode, I believe, will be a 2-gamer. So we'll have the Kansas game, and then we'll also go on the road for the second time of the season, actually, taking on UNLV, or excuse me, not UNLV, UNL Monroe in week 5. So week 4 and 5 will be coming up in the next episode. So stay tuned for that here on the channel. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you have to be new, and of course hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet Plus LP. And of course, have a great day. Relax, do whatever you're doing here today. Just be, just have a good time. But yeah, like I said, and of course, don't forget we do live stream on Twitch now. Here we went back to streaming again on Twitch. Soon I'm trying to pick a day we can stream here on this channel as well as the main channel, but I just haven't figured out what day that's going to be. It's going to probably be a weekend when we do it during the day, but yeah, we'll get into trying to stream here on the channel. Might even try to stream some of this as well. So, yeah, follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/ESGNet. There's a link to that as well here down below in the description. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you all next time.